without Cristiano is pretty good. I'm not saying that they're not good with him, but this is a changed type of dynamic for this Portugal team, and I think they're feeling it.
I think it's hard after you've scored 7 goals in one game, the next game that you're going to score a lot of goals. So hopefully they can prove me wrong.
And open this pitch up, and in particular, look to stop that transition that Morocco is likely to pose.
The view from on high, just about ready for the off. Croatia and Argentina already through. They'll meet in one semi-final, the other to be contested by the winners of this game, and the victorious team in the France-England encounter later on. Morocco, who have won hearts, minds and imaginations. Portugal possessing a potent mix of gift and graft. It has the makings of a memorable and enticing World Cup.
And if you wonder why no Ronaldo, just take a look at the top of your screen, number 25, as he runs along that back line. He's going to stay and occupy those two center backs frequently.
The chopping challenge from Yahia Atiyat Allah. Talking that around 15,000 Moroccans live here in Qatar, and in it comes, and well, there is the save by Bono. It is going to be a corner.
And yeah,
Joao Felix with a header.
An early goal would be exactly what Portugal would want to draw up, just to take some of the pressure out of the game.
What can they do with this? That's just what we were talking about. These counter-attacks from Morocco, and it was a replacement left-back, Yahia Atiyat Allah, enjoying a bit of freedom. And to curl it away, Ziyech, and the header had too much height on it from Youssef En-Nesyri.
Well, he's going to be one of your targets. He's got a tall presence, and no one marks him up whatsoever. Center backs. Number 19, En-Nesyri, is your 9. It doesn't step out as much, and Spy's a 6.
How about that? For a pass from one flank to the other. Great idea, wasn't it, by Bruno Fernandes? You feel Moroccan. Ruben Neves trying to open up the Moroccan rear guard. This comes off Dalot.
And a couple times already, just getting a look at some of the play.
Midfield. They normally like to operate on the right-hand side going forward, but on the left here. And Amala, but there is Diogo Costa to fall on it.
And Amala's been bright in the early goings. Just a 3v3 over there on that far side, trying to work it between the lines. And he gets a spin turn on Pep, gets a step, but he can't. Yeah, outside of Bruno Fernandes, he's been their best player.
Otavio going down, Amrabat is attending to him. Otavio, like Pep, born in Brazil.
It's Morocco trying to advance in those wing areas, but if you can find your way through centrally, you're going to cause more problems.
Ruben Dias up from the back. And by Bruno Fernandes for Portugal. Ruben Neves managed to get his head to it and hit with real ferocity by Rafael Guerreiro, who scored in the last match. Couldn't clear the danger, Morocco. Now they might. Forward on the volley, but he used to play on the streets of Amadora. His brother Ivan. Now looking for that diagonal. Actually, Bruno Fernandes trying to switch flanks and Guerreiro in vain.
And that's been the blueprint. They're getting central runs, but then trying to release the wing and probably looking.
Morocco know full well they're going to have to do a lot of work without the ball. Almost fell for Ramos. We haven't spoken about him too much so far, but that could easily change in a hurry.
No, and that's the space that he's been occupying, just sitting between the two center backs.
Nahi looking for Ziyech. Wants to get the ball onto his left foot. Doing that here. Never troubling Diogo Costa.
And again, this starts with Nahi, just a simple 1-2, and now you've got Ziyech where he wants to be, going 1v1 against his defender.
Ronaldo Silva was there too. Atiyat Allah trying to come away with it. No, Nusser Mazraoui, a Bayern player because of injury. Real blow, the fact that he's absent. And so taking over. Portugal's turn to drop players back. Ziyech. And easy meet really for Diogo Costa. Nice little sequence though from the Moroccans, and they have the ball again. Amrabat. Ziyech forced to try to play it over with his right foot. This time it comes off Rafael Guerreiro, and a corner to Morocco. Just bounced around. Ziyech, and no way through this time for Boufal.
And a waste, really.
Fernandes, we've seen that on a few occasions already. This time Joao Felix running into green space on the left. Hakimi charged with the task of taken by Guerreiro. Borussia Dortmund in the Bundesliga in Germany. Not a bad idea. And he took quite the thump from Bruno Fernandes. Yassine Bounou.
I mean, this looks like a 50-50. It's just a good little combination play. An excellent touch from Guerreiro to get away from his defender. Space that Spain really didn't have.
Ziyech came off Joao Felix. Ruben Neves had to react. Ended up fouling Selim Amala.
Ruben Neves already on a yellow in this turn.
Ziyech, the man to take it. And there's the flashing header, but he didn't really get hold of it. Yusuf En-Nesyri.
And 2 looks already for En-Nesyri with his head. This one's
in that World Cup in England in 2006. And now it comes here. The flashing shot from Joao Felix. And it took a nick on the way through.
And again, they just try this central ball. They're not necessarily going to get the first, but it's the second one that becomes incredibly important. Joao Felix just tees this one up, trying to ghost it into that far post.
This has to happen at pace. You just feel. Boufal, Atiyat Allah, and Amala couldn't keep the shot down. Nice piece of construction, though.
Yeah, and starts with Hakimi's calm composure out of the back. It allows them ultimately to change the field. And then they're sending...
And looking left. Boufal. Atiyat Allah is wider to the left, but it's Boufal. Held comfortably enough by Diogo Costa.
But creative ability to create a moment for himself. Just sets up that right foot. Trying to curl this one through traffic and perhaps... just take away that line of sight for Diogo Costa.
And well, there was cover there. Ziyech and Hakimi, they normally combine so effectively. And so, how about that from Ziyech? Really stylish. Nahi will get the decision in the form of a free kick. But Ziyech stealing the show. Want to mention the passing of our media colleague Grant Wall overnight, a trailblazer in terms of the sport in the United States. And our thoughts, younger aspiring journalists. His kindness came shining through. Now Morocco trying to get themselves onto their front foot, but that will have to come back. Boufal's not best pleased. Facundo Tejo, referee from Argentina. So far, Morocco extremely well organised, but we've been saying that time and again this World Cup. Guerreiro, and there's the shot on sight from Joao Felix.
And it's a good half chance. I mean, this one just...
mark. Morocco 0, Portugal 0. Amrabat just kicked it a bit too far forward for his own good. Ramos working all the way back there.
And that's another one of the differences you get with Ramos leading the line as opposed to Cristiano Ronaldo.
Nahi again. Atiyat Allah is wide on the left. See if they use it here. They do. They need a good ball from the left back. Atiyat Allah. to gleefully swim against the tide of World Cup history. Youssef En-Nesyri.
And the third time's the charm. It's really good play between the lines. Again, Wanaki just pulling the strings and continues his run. That buys the time for Atsiad Ali to swing this one in and send Diogo Costa fishing. And he comes up empty-handed. And the tall body of Youssef En-Nesyri times this one.
It was an own goal. Diaz looking a little bit befuddled there. And En-Nesyri wanted the yellow card handed out against Ruben Dias. Youssef just wants to take advantage of that. And trailing 1-0, Otavio.
Most likely to beat that initial defender and release the counter. And here's a square ball from Ramos. He gets spun around by Hakimi right at the edge of the 18, looking for the call. That's an extra.
After's there.
Here's the look from Bruno Fernandes. It's just a half chance. I mean, no goalkeeper in the world is expecting him to go for goal there. And Bruno
He's only in the initial 11 because of the injury picked up by Masraoui. And now, real space for Morocco. Unahi. Do they have a second goal in their future? Well, it goes wide. They had plenty of players up there.
Yeah, and again, it's Wanahi who releases Atsiad Ali, but he held the ball with the referee on this near side.
They have to pay attention at the back, and El Yamik, well, the referee had already decided to call a halt to the action, and the Portuguese players inclined to surround him. That is going to be it for the first half. Element of confusion here, and certainly in Portuguese ranks, because they are now chasing this game. Massive favourites at the outset. Referee just getting everyone organised. Say Gonzalo Ramos has been quiet. Cristiano Ronaldo is back on his seat on the bench. Second half is underway. Morocco protecting this lead, and that's something they've done rather well. Bruno Fernandes, the corner. This was earlier.
And not a lot in that one for Pep. The captain says just in close proximity.
The lung-bursting run with the ball at his feet. Achraf Hakimi. And comprehensively tripped up by Pep.
And that is why he's one of the best right backs in the world. The PSG man, back and Pep. And then draw the foul.
Cristiano Ronaldo among the players going through their paces. And this continues. They're going to have to deploy him.
Any touch will do.
En-Nesyri, one of the players lurking. Sace is up from the back in there by Ziyech, and he had a devil of a time dealing with that. Diogo Costa.
And that's exactly what they draw up. Ziyech just trying to put this in an area that causes problems for Diogo Costa. Traffic in front of him, any flick, and that's going to find its way in the back of the net. It comes off maybe the hair of El Yamik. This is the moment Cristiano Ronaldo has been dreaming about since he had to sit on the bench. And not starting these matches, to come in and be the hero. He's built for these moments.
Interesting changes. Ronaldo is on the pitch. You mentioned Cancelo as well, and it is a milestone hit by Ronaldo, his 196th international appearance. Neves and Guerreiro, the players who've gone off. Here's Ronaldo, shuffle of feet, but held by Bono with confidence.
An immediate impact with Ronaldo, just getting around the edge and trying to test Bruno at that back post.
The referee's going to have to go in and have a look here with Boufal on the ground. It's an said earlier, more than 50% of the squad members born outside Morocco. This is better from Portugal. Diogo Dalot, but it's into the grateful clutches of Bonou.
And that was a really good opportunity.
In February, out of position, having had his pocket picked. A great play by Boufal from Morocco. And Naziri to trap it, but oh, it's ballooned over the top by Unahi. Ay, ay, ay.
And you can't underestimate how important it is.
Champions League. Portugal trying to play their way through, and it was always going that little bit wide. Ramos getting into that central position.
But how about this turn in the middle from Otavio? Just spins his defender around.
Still the defenders for Portugal. Here's Ziyech. He'll do a bit of chiseling, but essentially on his own. Don't forget, later today on Fox, more quarter-final action. Joao Felix backed away. Who wants it? Otavio was waiting. Ronaldo always wants the ball. Just hesitated for a second, and the counter-attack might be on for Morocco, but it's Pep. To get in there and slow down Naziri. Skipping it to Diogo Dalot. Well, that's what I was talking about. The defensive acumen throughout this game shown by Yahia Atiya Allah. Not a plan for him at all. Now, space for Bernardo Silva. Bruno Fernandes. Couldn't find the target.
And the transition to transition is there for Portugal in the taking. Bernardo Silva finds Bruno Fernandes sitting at the top of the...
Frustration so far for the Portuguese. Bruno Fernandes and safe pair of hands. Bonou. It's not going to be in any great rush as he hauls it in.
And it's not a bad idea. You can see Amrabat tracks the run out of midfield, and that opens anything less than 5 and I'll be shocked.
Rafael Leao trying to make his presence felt, having come on. Was he chopped down there? Apparently so. He made his way towards the byline. He's, for the most part, in his ship shape. Bruno Fernandes, something pre-rehearsed. Want to make the connection with Bernardo Silva, but over-vigorous. Vitinha, diminutive midfielder. Dalot's pass, getting it back from Bruno Fernandes. Diogo Dalot. The Manchester United connection. Behind it goes. See a movement inside the box. Bruno Fernandes with it. He's managed to get fingertips to the ball. Bonou. And it'll be yet another on the eye. And look at the gap in the centre there. And he to flick it on. And oh, it was lovely skill by Shedira. Terrific play, but no end product. 1-0 to Morocco. En-Nesyri's goal. There's that low ball by Dalot. It's very early on in the match against South Korea. Oh, he's got the break of the ball. Unexpectedly, Ronaldo and Joao Felix. Well, like a flashing blade, but not to be. Bonou had control of the situation.
And a rare giveaway from Morocco with the Pep, trying to get free.
Bruno Fernandes with it. Couldn't pick out a Portuguese teammate. Unahi has gone down under the challenge from Vitinha. And out comes the card, booking for Vitinha. Vitinha had trouble picking it up. Shedira! It's a weak shot, and the teamwork just wasn't there. It was offside anyway.
Coming from Amrabat, something special.
Now, action spills over to the other end. Ronaldo, and trying to sting the palms of Bonou. But he covers up at the second time of asking to deny Cristiano Ronaldo.
And just like that, Morocco split open with Ronaldo running the channel between the center backs. And
of the World Cup.
And then potentially the best team that we've seen in this World Cup, and I mean unit, the team.
There's a second yellow card for Shedira, just seconds after the initial booking.
The attention of his team. So loud, he can't call anyone.
Bruno Fernandes with a header. And again, having to intervene was Benoun, and Portugal will settle for tie. And it comes from Cancelo, too long and too strong. Rafael Leao, and not much defending was a useful one, and it's wide by Pep. It missed out Ronaldo. The 39-year-old Pep, unable to come up with the equaliser, and will. And that is going to go all the way through for what should be a goal kick. All eyes now on the referee. It's official. An African breakthrough. Morocco are World Cup semi-finalists.
Where their quality is, and it's absorbing pressure, good goalkeeper, not letting a lot of chances, and then when they get their moments, making the most of them.
But they're even better today for me than they were against Spain, especially when they had the ball. They made the most of it. Their counterattacks, they could have.